We're here from the Dedley Borough, and we run a diabetes support network called Type 2 Together, and we're here to help to encourage you to set up groups similar to ours, because they can be both beneficial to yourselves but mainly to other people, and it's a lovely thing to do. Okay, well, I'm Rob. Our meeting is held in Cradle Heath at the Salvation Army Hall in Cradle Heath. It's a lovely group. We get an average over the time, 3 years we've been running it, we get an average of 11 attendees. We've had as many as 17 on 3 occasions. So it's quite popular. People do like coming, and they tell us that they enjoy it.
Yeah.
When we've asked them.
And we do. Yeah. My name's Chris. I actually go to the same group as Rob, which is at Cradley. I literally was diagnosed with my diabetes, and then talking to the nurse at our surgery, I learnt about the group. I thought, right, okay, shall I go along? My wife persuaded me to go along, and since then I haven't really looked back. I've so enjoyed it. I've been one of the group that Rob is, because he's learnt my background, which I spent 30 odd years in the NHS, suddenly realised that he'd got somebody who was able to give a different perspective. I've learnt a lot more about diabetes by talking to the other people there than ever I knew within the service that I had within the in the NHS. So that was good for lots of things for me, and then I could bring what I knew to the table as well. Again,
yeah,
it's helped, doesn't it?
Yeah, because we've got a decent group. We've got people with different skills and backgrounds. One of our members was a chef.
And contacts.
One of our and contacts.
Yeah, and contacts.
And I mean, one of Chris's former colleagues came from the West Midlands Ambulance Service, came to give us a talk quite recently. And he went through all the rigmarole when he get called to a hypo, for instance. Very, 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 very good, very knowledgeable, very entertaining as well.
Yeah. One of the girls that now comes to our group, she was a cook, a chef, shall I say. So she brought something to us that, because we suddenly said, well, okay, can you give us any recipes and this, that and the other? And she worked out recipes and she put them on paper for us for certain things. And she's going to do exactly the same for Christmas, so that we can look at Christmas a different way.
One of the things that is very useful and valuable actually is that whoever is the lead for the group or who can facilitate that informal group has, if they've not already got some experience of facilitating groups, that they undergo some sort of basic training, and that could be done through the council's voluntary service support or through an appropriate charity.
You need to have a background knowledge of what you're offering. So if you're going to talk to somebody, you need to be able to approach these people and say, well, okay, this is what I want to do, but how can you help me? And the majority of them will come back and they will give you every piece of information. Sometimes they put you onto courses, just so that you've got something to offer, so that you're not going in cold.
It's good to get people who with the same illnesses or similar to share experiences and ideas.
Yeah.
And they've got really, because of the programme, they've got their own real peer-to-peer support service built in.
So why do you think people actually come to our group? What is it that we offer in our group that probably they look at and go, yes, I want to come?
I think because the people we have are interesting people and they want to come and see their friends and continue that friendship as much as anything else.
So does that just mean though it becomes a social?
To a degree,
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that,
yeah.
because they meet that way, they can impart knowledge and experience with each other, and that's all about empowering others.
Yeah.
Our top tips for setting up a group is to make sure you get the right venue for your group. and can be quite difficult, depending on your contacts. In my case, I'm a member of the Salvation Army, and so I approached the local Salvation Army, whose leaders I knew from previous experience, and asked them if they would kindly let me have a room. I explained there was no budget, they weren't too bothered about that, and now I've had the room for 3 years, and already it's booked for next year. Yeah, in choosing the right venue, it's good to have a situation which can be win-win. You get the room of your choice, and they get people over the doors, which might mean that they join something that's going on there, like an exercise class, or they get to sell a few more teas and coffees. But if it's a win-win, there's something in it for both of us.
If I have a point of view, or a point that I would like to express more than anything, it's actually to have some values within that group. I actually did put this down on my phone, so you have to excuse me if I'm reading some of these, but you need to make people feel welcome, that when they come to the group, that they are actually part of that group. Make time to listen to them, because they have something to say. Be polite, courteous and respectful. Keep people informed, so if there is something going on within the diabetes or whatever group that you're actually doing, keep them informed about it. Be caring and kind. Be involved with the others, and probably go that, just as a facilitator, go that little extra mile, because if somebody asks you something and you don't know what to do, try and find out. It might just help you at the end of the day.
For people starting up a new group, we're quite happy and quite supportive of that. And you can come to see what we do, and we're more than happy to come along and help you with your group. And if we can do that and get one started, then we all win. Just think to yourselves how much better you would feel if you met others to talk to who with similar issues, and how you could help each other. So why don't you do that and set up a group along the illness that you have, and go from there and see how many people you could join with to help not only them but also yourselves.